This is what we were afraid of with Eugenia. One of these days, she's going to be live streaming. Gonna freeze up on camera and never move again. Nobody wants that. We don't want that. And Jeffree Star telling everybody to just leave it alone. That's what Social Repose used to say. He don't say that anymore. He don't even talk to her anymore. He just couldn't watch. Because he has a brain. Whereas Jeffree Star, he just wants money. And if he is pretending to be friends with Eugenia, he'll make him money because she's promoting his palettes. If I sound funny, it's because the dentist isn't finished. I go back Monday. Anyway, tomorrow's my daughter's birthday. She was not one that watched Eugenia Cooney. Thank goodness. She was quick to move out. Not too quick, though, okay? Don't kick your kids out when they turn 18. You let them establish a lifestyle going first, and you let them move out on their own. I just wanted to say something about Eugenia really quick, because this very well may be her final chapter. So, I don't know if everybody should give her love and praise, or if they should just leave her alone, or if they should just say their goodbyes. I don't know what people should do. You decide for yourself what you want to do. Just don't be mean, okay? Don't go over to her thing and don't give her views. Your word will get out there. And when you leave a comment, your comment could inspire others. So be careful what you say. You need time, you know. All right. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Just look at it. Just look. There was something she was drinking. And, I don't know if she was swallowing it for real, but she, laid back and, started dry heaving. And she go, doing stuff like that. And while she was putting makeup on, she's opening her mouth real wide and making scary face. Scary face. Rather frightening. But yeah, that's why people watch. They don't watch her for the makeup tips. Her makeup is getting sloppy. You want your makeup done like that? Throw one of those filters on your face. Yeah, surprise. See her makeup without a filter? It's all a big mess. It's all a big mess. But I know, I'm going to talk. My makeup ain't nothing fancy. Sometimes I like to play with it. But that's because I wasn't given makeup when I was a kid and a teenager and shit. I didn't get to mess with any of that stuff. Because my mom never bought me this shit, not even the toy stuff for me when I was a kid. Dad would not allow it. And Mom wouldn't allow me to cut my hair, but my brother did. I got this family photo. Here's a picture right here of me and my mom. Look, check this out. Look what she did. It's actually quite clever. I never realized it until, just here recently. My brother had to take me for a walk every now and again, and he said he didn't want to take the girl. He's sick of taking the girl. He tried to make me look like my little brother. Grabbed a pair of scissors, starts mowing down. Starts up here, ends down here, and my hair was all a big mess. You look in real close and you zoom, you can see. If you look at the bottom, look at my mom's hair, where it looks like my hair is coming down and curling inward. Look real close. It's her hair. Oh my God, Mom, what? That was her hair right there. That's not my hair. That's not my hair. Oh my gosh, what a smart little cookie. That's pretty good, pretty clever. Eugenia's hair is thinning so much more. It's so scary. Don't be hateful, okay? Just don't be hateful, alright? Yeah, that's it for this video, really. It's just something short. I just want to say about Eugenia and tell you guys about what's going on with her. You might not hear nothing for a while. Just ignore speculation for a couple days. The truth will come out eventually. Alright? And if you care to hear anything else I might be bitching about, you know where that subscribe button's at. Yeah, this piece of it's been real. One more thing. Kimberly Sullivan. Y'all, look her up. Eugenia Cooney might get in the way. Okay? Kimberly Sullivan has to go down. Okay? She's trying to get off the ankle monitor. Bitch belongs in prison. 20 years. She kept her stepson captivated. Went and feed him and shit. 2 glasses of water a day. He was 68 pounds and 32 years old. He had to burn the house down to get the firefighters to come and save him. He said that was his last happy memory. Last time he really got to go out and do something. He was a little boy on Halloween. He went out as a firefighter. His heroes, those firefighters rescued him. He's in the process of, regaining his health and his weight. All this shit is very fresh. Very fresh. It's going down right now. I feel like my eye looks weird because this is the different camera. Speaking of eyes looking weird, look at Eugenia's eye. Where is it going? But yeah, we don't need her prancing around all like la-di-da and she's doing just fine. When there's people out there that are trying to put things in motion where people like Deb Cooney get in trouble. Okay? Who's siding with Deb Cooney? Are you siding with Deb Cooney? I ain't siding with Deb Cooney. I don't know anybody that is, to be honest. So, down goes Kimberly Sullivan. You going down, bitch. And we can't let Eugenia Cooney stand in the way. But I hate to say it, but if she does pass, her passing might be beneficial in the case against Kimberly Sullivan. Cruella de Vil in the flesh. Alright, now I'm really out this piece. Alright, I had to show you this onesie. But that's for the next video. Hey, Maria.
Regardless of how you might feel about Eugenia Cooney, her situation has undoubtedly been heartbreaking and difficult for us to watch. I can recall like it was yesterday when my addiction was so bad that everyone pleaded me to get help even though I didn't want it. Now my situation was similar to Eugenia's in that my mom was enabling me. She was feeding me drugs, we were doing drugs together. I got to a point where I was almost as small as Eugenia as a result of my addiction. My mom helped me get to that point and did nothing to stop it, similar to Eugenia. Now the difference here is that in my case, there was a law that was applicable to my situation and it actually saved my life. Casey's Law was created in response to a tragic situation where a man named Matthew Casey Weddington died at 23 years old as a result of his substance abuse disorder. Addiction is treatable and does not have to be fatal, much like eating disorders. They are just as risky and very similar to addiction in the way that they impact people and their loved ones. It's shocking to me that there's not a law that's applicable to Eugenia's situation in this sense. Casey's Law allows you to petition in the court when you know that someone is unwell, on the brink of death, a danger to themselves and others. We know that all of those things apply to Eugenia. However, Casey's Law only applies to substance abuse disorder. It does not apply to eating disorders. As far as I know, there is no such law that can be applied to Eugenia's case. I think we would fucking be failing if we didn't respond to Eugenia's case in a way that prevents this from ever happening to anyone else. It's time to make a Eugenia's Law. When I went and stood in front of the judge to determine whether or not I needed help, they took one good look at me and they were like, send her to rehab. Just to be clear, this works on people who don't have criminal charges, and this does not put criminal charges on their record. It simply makes treatment court mandated, and it also puts the person being filed at the top of the waiting list at a treatment program so that they don't die while waiting to seek treatment. Now, this would really help Eugenia if this was a thing, but then we come to the problem of her mom. Now, a lot of viewers, myself included, believe that Eugenia's mother is a huge problem in this situation. We all know that she's enabled Eugenia up to this point, and she's even been seen on camera saying that she's not concerned about Eugenia's weight. Many argue that this is not a case of Munchausen's by proxy just because it's not the same as what we saw with Gypsy Rose Blanchard. To that I would argue that our conception of Munchausen's by proxy is not fully developed. We've really only seen that one case presented and it blew up, and that's our idea of Munchausen's by proxy, right? Now to me, Eugenia's mother is achieving the same goal by different means. By neglecting necessary medical interventions that could help Eugenia's condition, Eugenia's mother is achieving the same end goal as Dee Dee Blanchard by different means. So what do we have as a result of Eugenia's mother failing to seek necessary medical interventions? A sick daughter that gets her money and attention, much like Dee Dee Blanchard. I think we should absolutely consider this Munchausen's by proxy. I want to say something about Eugenia Cooney. It's more about her mother. My mom is mentally sick, and I feel like she always wanted me to be mentally sick with her, and her way of doing that was enabling me to abuse substances the way she did. Every drug I've ever done, my mom has provided for me. So with that being said, I feel like Eugenia's situation is similar in that her mother wants her to be sick. Can't say why, I can't say if it's for money or not. Apparently they came for money anyway, so I can't really say that it's Munchausen's by proxy or anything like that. But what I can say is that whenever my mom would threaten to take me, send me off, get admitted, whatever, I knew that we both needed to be admitted. If I need to go to the psych ward, then you do too, because I've been in your care. However, it doesn't matter how old, honestly. Like, that needs to be a thing of the past, the age restriction. Because clearly there are people who are being exploited by their parents. And the law does not protect them. Like, there's nothing you can do. Like, I feel like in Eugenia's case, and even in my case before I went to rehab, because I was about as small as she is, to be honest. I was like 80 pounds, and it wasn't from an eating disorders because I was addicted to meth. My mom could stand to see me that way, and Eugenia's mom can stand to see her that way. And I think any parent that can stand to see their child like that, they need to be admitted. They need to be 5150. She needs to be in a psych ward, not just Eugenia. Because regardless of age, there are people whose parents make it to where they won't be able to be independent enough to ever get away from them. My mom was the same way. She didn't want me to be able to drive. I didn't know how to drive until I was 20. Eugenia is also a grown woman that can't drive. So obviously, regardless of age, there are people over the age of 18 who are being exploited by their parents, who are not protected by the law, who are untouchable because of the power that their parents have over them. That needs to fucking change. There needs to be something we can do to protect people from their own parents when the rest of the fucking world can see the problem. Like, we can see. She's not eating. She's not taking care of herself. Nobody that fucking eats looks like that. And I can tell you from being a fucking deadhead. Whenever I didn't eat, I look similar. Eugenia's a beautiful person, okay? She's beautiful. The way that she looks right now, though, is graphic for a person to see. It's graphic. I mean, like, most people don't even know you can get that small, and you see her and you're like, holy fucking shit, you know? Like, it does not matter how old you are. If that's the state you're in, when you're under your parents' care, they're still in your life, you're living with them, they obviously have control over you. They need to be admitted. What the fuck?
Agreed.